As you can see, we are in Shaggy's home. I'm only joking. Because there's a picture of Donald Trump right beside your head. You used to be your boss, but you know he's all about the 876, and he's in the building promoting a tribute to the 876 and a word that is so synonymous with Jamaica, Jamaicans, and Piers Morgan. Wah Gwaan.
Wah Gwaan, my brother. But hey, still, did you see my skit with James Corden on Donald Trump?
Has he forgiven you? I know he used to dabble in the music and the culture. He was a fan, obviously.
But I've known him from when he was in New York as a New Yorker, and matter of fact, him used to. I'm on with dancehall. People used to be familiar with the dancehall.
Yeah, I see the pictures with him and Super Cat and Shabba Ranx.
Yeah, so I mean, it was really into the culture. It's just I don't know who this is now though.
He's a different guy.
Yeah, I don't know who this is right now.
He is a beast. Well, it's good to know that we know who you are. You haven't changed an inch. And I've listened to the album, and one thing that is for certain with yourself, you know how to put a body of work together. That is 100. You've kept that mode of operation same way.
Yeah, even with my record company, it was a bit difficult to put a record like this up because in their mind, it's really a singles market right now. Yeah. So to put that album out was really tough to convince them. But I know I needed a body of work, for my fan base because they're used to me doing that. And the last two albums I put out, one with 44876 and the other one with Automated One Music with Sly and Robbie. They were both collaborative albums. Yeah. So I needed a solo Shaggy album, and I needed something that embodies what Shaggy is about, that hybrid. Yeah. That hybrid style of dancehall.
We never used to call it hybrid before. People would just say, Shaggy, he's just pop.
Yeah.
He's just pop. And now, what you were doing 20 years ago
is now popular.
Don't
it make me look like a genius?
There you go. Hot Shots album, you were doing that on Hot Shots. So I listened to the album, listened in tracks with yourself, Nyanda, and the mix and the high sounds, the sounds that are very prolific now. You were doing that with Hot Shots. Yeah. So they used to call you pop then, but now it's cool to say
it's just a different
hybrid.
Title. It's a new title they put on it, but it's really the same me. Yeah. To be honest with that, but I'm glad you point that out because I actually said that. I was like, if you listen to the sound of what dancehall is right now, it's really that hybrid sound, pop. Yeah. That's what dancehall is. Your most hardcore set of guys right now, that is what they are. And when I was doing that, I was singled out and labeled as soft, crossover, sellout, whatever it is.
You got it all.
I got it all.
You got it all, but the one thing that was undeniable, you had the numbers, bro.
Yes.
The numbers were always there. Numbers
and still is.
And they don't lie.
And still
is.
Do
you know what I mean? Like what you say in your track, Catch Up, you know what I mean? What the most of the artists now are trying to do, you've done before, and lyrically, they can't test your pen. You write good records at the same time. You know what I mean?
But not even just write good records. There's, I've produced good records, write good records, and some of them tune. I said them can't test my pen. You look at some of the hardcore tune, songs like from the Dance It Nice with Chris Martin. You write them tune there. Irresistible, lovable, huggable, irresistible.
There's a couple of tracks on Showtime.
Right. Sure, there's tracks on there where me and Dave write.
Yeah, Kelly.
There's tracks like Whatever Your Eyes Can See, Maxi Priest. Where
Drop Leaf.
Right. Drop Leaf. Songs like Pon the Bug, Girl If You No Care, Let Me See You Put Your Hand in That Air, and then songs I produce like Slow Motion.
And then Heathens.
You know, right? Heathens, and then even songs like recently Mix Up.
Yeah.
With that's on Ranch. So nobody can't, as much credibility wise, a man can't question my credibility with dancehall because I'm the only guy that will go pop and then come straight back at dancehall with a thing like Church Eden and take over the place in 19 weeks and then go back.
Well, right now, currently a track off the album doing real big things in the dancehall, and it's good to see because the visuals dropped a couple of weeks ago. Yourself and Noah Power,
my boss,
Money Up,
Money Up,
took it to the streets, and you know what I mean. The good thing about with that track, I mean, I kind of knew this sound. It sounded like something was going to happen because of Tony Kelly, yourself, that chemistry. But to see it happening just by itself naturally is a good thing too.
Yeah, it's the best thing you can find. The thing about that track is very organic.
Yeah.
Everything about it was organic. From the minute we did it, and Noah posted, it just went.
Yeah,
you know. And I wrote a song, you know, and had it in Jamaica at Tony's studio. But me and him did love it, and me just never want to put it out because I feel like I never want people to feel like me a stunt on them because I've had a good year, you know.
Yeah.
So
money up, Grammys up.
yeah, you know, you don't want to style them. I don't want to styling thing with nobody. Want empower. Want people to feel like say them can get for their money too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of the vibe. You know what I mean? But in working on that giant, I was scared to put it out. Then I ran into Noah Power and I said it just clicked from the minute I meet Noah. And I talked to him. I said, you know, say I'm for that tune out.
Yeah.
You know, and I just hit him up. It worked. We put it out and just to energize it.
Noah's good kid as well. He's a viral magnet, and you've had to, obviously, with just like most of us, had to take time out and understand this new medium. New wave of promoting records. I mean, you put out a record, Shaggy goes on tour, job done, and here we are, years after Hot Shots. You now have to absorb the new technology. What is it that makes people like Noah Power, who don't have the records, who don't have the stage craft, but what is it that makes these characters in our dancehall game? What is it that makes them work with the new medium?
He's incredibly visual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows his social media game very, very well, which is something I like it. So that's why it's a good combination.
Yeah.
He's also still a very young artist. You know what I mean? As far as his artistry is concerned. But him really can DJ.
Yeah.
Him can DJ really, really, really good. I want to tell you, say, I played Money Up for Dave Kelly. And Dave looked at me and so I said, yeah, but him can DJ, man. Yeah. And I say, yo, you do a tune? And I say, yeah, man, the man bad. You know what I mean? And you know, Dave don't do it.
They don't do do not
but
touch.
For him, I thought it was such a co-sign for him. I say somebody like a Noah.
Yeah.
You know, the way him talent and when I ride the rhythm and who him is wicked.
Yeah. Well, you've added him on the album, and there's various guests on the album, some great songs on the album. As fans of Shaggy, I'm 100%. Those of you who've already streamed it, you won't be disappointed. It's got your signature sound to it, and then of course you brought in a lot of ladies on this project. Yeah.
Nyanda on Makeup Sex, you know, amazing, from Brick and Lace.
Song.
There's a Dave Kelly production too. And,
sorry, the young lady that's with Shenseea, who sings the hook on that song.
Stacey Bart.
Stacey, yeah, sorry.
You know, incredible songwriter too, and she came up with that hook.
And she just has she has a sound that
sound. Yeah.
She sounds like something way over there.
Yeah, wicked.
But
song.
where she just lands on a beat that sounds very close to it.
She's kind of a little behind the beat, and just the way she pronounce her word them and them thing is dope. And of course, Shenseea does bring the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so where Shenseea is concerned, where there's a version I have with Shenseea actually singing the hook.
Yeah.
And she tear it up too.
She goes out with that singing. She's
a bad singer, man.
Yeah,
don't get it twisted.
She's patterning up her music really well. And
I think singing was her first thing. She just ended up DJing. But singing her thing.
There's also a track with Gene Noble. Nice song.
Friends.
Great song on it. But my track, funny enough, I said to you the other day, I left your voice note and I said to you, boy, catch up at the one, you know.
Yeah, catch me up, yeah.
But you see the last track on the album?
Frenemy.
That gone to number one now. That song.
So you switch?
Yeah, I switch. Like a bitch, I
switch.
Switched, bro.
But the thing about it, you know, so most people I listen to the album keep going from favorites to favorites to favorites.
Yeah.
Because that's when you know you have a good body of work.
I switched and genuinely switched. I was like, this song works on my podcast. This works on the show.
Yeah,
then I said, Frenemy. That one stays on the show. Big song. So,
well, listen, you can't go wrong with the Kelly brothers. You know, one is Tony Kelly, one is Dave Kelly. So you can't.
So people, you know the formula, but it's trying to catch that formula. I don't know about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the history is well documented, and as I said, we're here on the eve of another album that's going to be straight on your playlist. I know it's going to be on playlist, but let's talk about the album that that wasn't on most people's playlists, wasn't even on people's radar. 44876. We sort of build up. I love the fact that you was already connecting with Sting. He was involved in your foundation, and it materialized into an album. But how did that happen? Because you could have easily have serviced your foundation. I know it was a great gesture for him to be down in Jamaica, but then from that jump to a Grammy.
It was the other way around. Sting, I asked him to do the chorus on a song, "Don't Make Me Wait."
Yeah.
And from that song, just the vibe and the energy with him and me, he wanted to do a reggae album, and I was just called in to help him make the reggae album.
But at the time when you recorded the track with Sting, he got involved in the show. You got him involved in the show to perform the track on the.
But that was after we did the album.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it was in the middle of doing the album.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know there was something going on because we were seeing the images of yourself and it worked in the studio. It was in the
middle of making the album, and I said, and I wanted him.
But you weren't letting us know you was making an album. We just saw you.
No, you was working with him.
Just working.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then I asked him to come down and do Shaggy and Friends, and he said he would, and he came down, and it was something exciting for him because he'd been to Kingston only once, and Jamaica was special to him because he wrote Every Breath You Take, King of Pain, every little thing you do in Magic. There's a number of hit songs he did at Golden Eye, and so he wanted to come back and just create. And then once I brought him in Kingston, we started doing all the press and the TVs and the radio, and him in on the streets, and him come visit the hospital, and just that energy was just bubbling in the streets. And so that by that time, there people just want to come see him.
And I got a chance to meet him the other night after the show, and consummate professional, but such an open brother. So open, man, he was open to the barman. He was open to the ladies. He was open to easy. He was just easy like Sunday morning,
and he's funny.
And how many Grammys has he won?
He's got about 19. I'm like Robert Number Feast,
19 Grammys.
But he's easy and funny and just and full of laugh and full of love and just when you have a guy with 19 Grammys, 150 million records sold, and he's following your lead, and he's thinking that what you are doing is incredible and is cutting edge, it really does something to self-esteem.
What is the greatest thing you've learned from him as an artist and a person? What would you say you've taken away? You're good friends now, but what is it that you like?
I never paid a lot of attention to the instrumentation, because I always had producers, whether it is Dave Kelly, Tony Kelly, whosoever it is.
Yeah,
I just let them do that part. Now I'm very involved in that part. I'm very meticulous now about the type of sounds that are used on my production, the way the bass is played, the hi-hat sounds, and in the mixing, and I'm more keen on that. And I never paid attention to that. I kind of just I do the lyrics on the melody. I'm a DJ it on the song good. I'm done. Right now I'm involved in all of it, and he made me do that.
And I noticed watching you on stage together with him that he changed his bass guitar. Like every other song, it was just changing this guitar all the time. Like I was like, I know when he was playing for you, because people, if you didn't see the show, Sting is playing Shaggy's set for him. The bass line when the man doom doom,
he played bass on Bombastic and You and all of these songs.
Yeah,
but that's what people don't understand about the show, is that we both sing on each other's song. He's singing Wasn't Me, him singing Hey Sexy Lady, him singing Angel.
I think he got a line wrong in It Wasn't Me.
Yeah, him always messed up. But that's part of the fun of it, because there's songs of him that I changed the lyrics to, like Englishman in Jamaica. I said, I have a big spliff in my hand.
I think he said, I didn't have her on the counter. It was me.
So that's part of the excitement and the fun of it too.
Yeah, that's what Sting said. I didn't have her on the counter. It was me. That was a big show, man.
But you see it. You're there and you see the energy of it.
Oh, crazy!
And
man.
you see what people are missing, And it just like we had one of those reviews that basically say, "Yo, well, I didn't think it would be that great, but wow, we got a 5-star review."
Crazy. And one thing I have to say now, and this goes out to some of the younger cats in this game, and it's about showmanship, it's about musicianship, it's about maturity. You're on stage for 2 hours. I had to make note of that after. I said, damn, and you coming off the stage and you just go, yo, this brother wants to stay on for another 15 more minutes. But, I mean, it's not because you got the songs for 2 hours, it's because you want to, and he wanted to play to an audience for 2 hours. Whereas what I do see now, and I'm not, passing any bad comments towards younger cats who are out there performing, but I sometimes feel that they feel that we'll just sing the songs, get off the stage, job done, get back to my social media, and that's that. And that's not a true connection with your audience. That's not a true connection with the fans. I knew you wanted to stay on that stage. You want to stay on there for another 15 more minutes. But performing for 2 hours, man, that's like not even. Don't do that anymore.
I've actually done 4 hours.
Damn.
I've actually done 4 hours in Africa.
Yeah.
So it is, in Africa, you better make up your mind for perform.
Do you think when you go out, I see you out in Jamaica shows and you watch the acts up there, do you sometimes think to yourself, damn kid, if you just stayed up there for another 20, you'd have had it?
Yeah, but it's a different crowd, it's in Jamaica. If I'm in Jamaica, unless I'm at Shaggy and Friends, I'll do like a full set or something like that. But if you're in a dancehall setting,
I'm talking when they come to London, when they go to New York, when they go to shows in Europe, it's very sparse, the time.
Yeah, but if you're in a dancehall element, their attention span is so short. So these artists, them just the punchlines and keep it moving. And that's why the reggae boys are around with it, like for instance the Chronics and Protege and them, because they're singing their songs out. So the dancehall have to get to a point where they start realize that people are supposed to like the songs. And a lot of it start from the DJ. No phone no play pass the first hook, one in a mix.
No, I need about 3 hooks. I need 3 hooks. Got me mix slow.
But most dancehall.
No, you're true.
You know
true.
What I mean?
The DJs them.
They're cutting it. They'll do a chorus, a verse, scene, chorus, and out.
Yeah.
And in some cases, if they're really juggling,
it's just not like 30 seconds.
Chorus, touch the chorus, boom, boom, in. 30 seconds gone to the next song. So that's also contributing to that. While the reggae brother them know, them a play out them thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, the blame have to go all the way around. And I do agree with you that it needs to change if you want to be a force to be reckoned with in the pantheon of things of mainstream music, of where people will buy albums and CDs and well, not CDs, but stream and all of them.
Just to have your record on, just your presence in their phones or in their players. So DJs, take note, we're all part of this same problem. So if we play the records for 30 seconds, and you're right, I think the artists believe they just need to perform for 30 seconds.
And it's just the vibe to keep the energy alive. But, sometimes, and nowadays, man, just attack and set up tune. I mean, nobody's deep. Remember one time I used to DJ, I said, and the selector never talk.
Yeah.
It's just the records and how you play them will keep a party going. Now, I'm going to have to go up on the mic to keep the attention of the people. Because people's attention span are different. But back in the days in dancehall, nobody had their phones. Like you go to a dance right now and play, everybody are party with them phone. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Everybody
so that is a part.
Moment,
that is part of the problem too. When you sitting there playing records, say you DJ in a party, right? Back in the days, there wasn't a phone.
Yeah.
So people could have listened out at them in at the dance, them I listen to music all the way out. Nowadays, you play a record, and if you play the intro part and the plays boss, and you're there in the verse, but they're on my phone till the next chorus come and the next thing come.
Yeah.
Wicked, yo, say my tune, but I'm just sing the hook bars, I'm going back on my phone.
Yeah.
And that's what is killing party, and that's why you find the DJ them now start only doing punchlines to keep people's attention, because everybody's on their phones.
Well, it does definitely.
And what you notice in our concert the other night, because it's an older demographic that was there, as you can see.
Yeah.
You didn't see a lot of phones.
Phones was in their back pockets, bro. And
they were just partying.
They were just listening to
them a party.
Show. Yeah. Well, so we will take the blame. That's iPhone.
No, it's not a blame I put out.
Huawei might change the game. The selectors, the artists were all to blame, man. I mean, we should get our attentions, get our focus back to music, man. So that's the greatest joy. Well, listen, man. I know you're on the road.
Yes, sir.
Off to Newcastle.
Newcastle is the next one. Then we have Birmingham, and then and then I think we have Manchester after that. So,
and you're sure to come back to the UK and do a Shaggy? You need to do a Shaggy and Friends up here, you know, bro.
Why we've been the people have talked about that in so many ways, you know what I mean. But
I don't need to talk about it. Just get that done.
It's definitely something we can.
One night with yourself and a few guests from the UK, it would be a fantastic night.
I really look forward to coming back and touring this album.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the main thing too.
Definitely. Listen, Shaggy.
Blessings. Thanks
Respect,
again,
my bro.
All bless.
All right.
Yeah,
there you go. Diamond geezer. He's a diamond geezer.
I'm a geezer.
Diamond.
I'm a diamond geezer.